trapping with the shooters. Bandana black body trap out with the shooters.
DJ Bandana.
Hey yo, it's DJ Bandana Black, Mr. Well Connected, even more respected, Mr. Hashtag I am Buffalo. Keep calm, I feed these streets. Power 93.7 WBLK, Power 102 Jams. Shouts out to the YouTube fam, Ira Del Vaca, Hip Hop Weekly, and all that. We got some special guests in the building today. We got Jess Classic and we got Cochise in the building. What's going on?
What's up, Bandana?
What up, Bandana?
Man, cool. It's definitely time. I see you guys doing a lot.
Absolutely.
A lot out here. Had to have you guys come up. We could chop it up, see what's going on. Whatever. Definitely with the music and all that too. Definitely buzzing with the music. It's like the last couple of interviews that I did too. The guys, everybody was bigging you guys up, especially Cochise too. Like they don't understand that this guy is a legend.
For sure.
Right here. So we're gonna start with a little bit of background. Just kind of say your name, where you guys are from.
I'm Cochise, originally from Buffalo. Got to spend some time in New York City doing this music grind, and man, fortunate to be back in Buffalo. New studio, new record label, and a lot of new action, man. Real excited.
Okay, definitely. Jess?
I'm Jess Classic, I go by. I'm from Buffalo, New York. I spent a lot of time all over the country myself, and I'm here now, so.
All right, is your name Jess Classic? Is that your stage name or that's part of your real name?
No, that's my stage name.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And how'd you get how'd you get the name Cochise? Like, what is that from, or what does it mean?
Yeah, a lot of people wonder. Cochise is actually my middle name.
Oh, sweet.
If you know any Native American history, he was one of the more well-known chiefs of the Apaches.
Oh, okay.
So there's this whole story to it. Long story short, it's actually my middle name, and that's what everybody wanted to call me. You know.
Oh, okay, cool. How did you two meet? Like, how did you guys cross paths?
Did we meet in the studio?
Yeah. Well, basically out and about, you know what I mean? And then we just kind of talked about music stuff at Guitar Center too.
Oh, yeah. I had a little time at Guitar Center. That was great.
That's where we met too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we met at Guitar Center.
But this was a long time ago, man. What do you think? 6 years ago?
No, maybe even more than that.
Yeah.
This is 2019, so probably like 11.
Yeah, we started working together like soon after that, so we've been working together a long time.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Yeah. Shouts out to Guitar Center. I remember I was there one day going to pick up something, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm Cochise," and I was like, "Yeah." Then I was like, "Hold on, Cochise, Cochise." I was like, "Oh shoot!" I was more excited about meeting him than the new equipment I was getting. Definitely.
Awesome.
And, Jess, what made you start doing music? What made you get into music?
Well, I was a young boy on the school bus, about 11 years old, 10 maybe, and it's just boring, you know what I'm saying, when you're sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah. And
we were driving by, because I went to a public school in the city, and I seen some writing on the wall, spray paint, and it's just like a light bulb hit me, you know what I'm saying. I'm like, oh, let me write this down real quick, and it just stuck with me ever since then. It's just I wrote something down, and then I kept writing more and more and more, and every day I'd have nothing to do on a school bus, so I write more and more and more and more, and then
just perfecting it.
Yeah, it was just something I loved doing because it was just passing my time.
Oh.
You know, as a kid, it's like, yeah, this is fun.
Yeah.
You know? So,
what are some of the artists that for some of the first artists that you listened to that made you really want to like take it serious?
So you know, at that time, times were way different as far as music goes. So, you know, being 11 years old, 12, 13, and what's that, late 90s, early 2000s. So, you know, who was relevant at that time? Like the Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, Tupac. Like a lot of the East Coast rappers, you know, things of that nature, a little bit of the West Coast, you know. So I got a lot of my influence from those kind of guys. Yeah,
that's the golden era for me. I still love those guys. It's crazy how they were so big back then, and still all of them is pretty much relevant now too.
Right, exactly.
And there's artists who came out like the last year, and we don't even remember them.
No, and you know, it's because of the music that they create. You know. It's a lot of their music was powerful. It had meaning and it stood for something, you know. And I don't know, nowadays it's just like it feels like cookie cutter. You know what I mean? Like everything is like sounds the same almost. It's just like a straight line. There's no ups and downs. It's just like,
yeah, I agree.
Here we go.
And even like a lot of their like party music, or say like something that they did for radio or a single or like a club banger, it's still, even though it was like meant for that, it still had some type of meaning to it.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the song, you knew what it was about. Like,
exactly.
Now, you can listen to 3-4 songs in a row. You're like, I have no idea what the subject of the song was about.
No, and that's crazy. It's come to that, but you know, everything goes in a circle.
Yeah, definitely. And Cochise, how did you get started in music?
It was just a musical family. I always had records around the house from my dad, and I was a teenager, probably 14, 15, and my cousin started rapping, and he was like, "You're my DJ." So I loved the idea. I didn't know what I was doing, but pulled together some equipment, and right away people were like, "Oh, you DJ," and started hiring me for parties. So it was like learn on the job.
Yeah.
But being that I got paid as a teenager to do it, and I liked it, it really set me off in that direction, and took it seriously from beginning. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Your start was way better than mine. At least you was getting paid. I was like paying. I was like, I'll pay you to let me open up.
No, it was definitely an unusual situation. And even like the year after high school, I ended up getting signed to a record contract with Polygram. So,
oh wow,
it was even as a teenager, I was like pushed right into it, and like, you better be good at this. So.
And do you also produce too?
Yeah, and that was how it started. The DJing was just kind of in the house, a couple parties, but then everyone said everyone was rapping, everyone around me. Shout out to Big Spence from Stockbridge. He got me my first MC I worked with, and we're still working together today. So, but right away people were like, we want to make songs. And we scraped our money together, got 4 tracks and little samplers. DJ Warlock, shout out, taught me how to use a little 8-second sampler back in the late 80s. So this is where it's all coming from,
Oh, sweet. I remember one time, totally off topic, I had, actually from the Guitar Center, I had bought, I was watching DJ Shay, like some video of him like doing some beats like that, and I went and bought like the MPC, I think 2500 or something like that. Returned that joint to me. Like, it's impossible to, like, I couldn't get a sound out of it. Like,
he's amazing with it. DJ Shay, shout out, he killed the MPC.
Definitely, it's just amazing, like with the production and stuff like that too, like how they can put that stuff together, like even just to have a sound in your mind and be able to do it like with equipment. Like I said, I couldn't even get it. I was lucky to even get the power on the MPC.
Right. Yeah, no, they told me, we want to sign you as a producer, and I had to figure out what that meant, and
that's sweet. So just like with the music, what are some of the past projects that you have that you have out in the past, like not including the stuff we're gonna talk about as far as it's coming out, but what have you done in the past?
Well, honestly, I've been working with Cochise for a while, like he was saying. I mean, me and him did about 4 to 5 projects together that we're just sitting on right now.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
We got tons of music, me and this guy, you know. Let alone I did like Classic 1, Classic 2, Classic 3. I mean, I've been making music since 2004.
Yeah.
You know, my first CD I ever made was called Monster Music. And that was included with, I used to be a part of a group called Creative Minds, which consisted of me, this dude Chris Reese, and this other kid Frank, and Dwayne. And we were just young kids. We were all friends growing up in the neighborhood. And we decided, hey, let's do this together, you know?
Yeah.
But as time progressed, you know, we kind of like parted ways. You know, life takes people other, you know, in different directions. So, but me personally, I feel like out of that group, I was the most consistent, staying with the music, never, you know, stopped, never, you know, just kept going.
Oh, okay.
So even before Cochise, or even before all that, I was making solo albums, and I got so much shit, dude. It's ridiculous. Like when I officially like really hit the music industry, there's gonna be so much for people to catch up on.
Yeah, and that's dope too. Like I like that you said that you got music that you're sitting on. A lot of times I come across artists and they'll inbox like, "Yo, I'm ready for a record deal. I'm ready to blow up." I'm like, "All right, well, send me some music." Like, well, I got these 2 songs that I did last year, and that's all. And I'm like, like if Def Jam said they got 10 million for you right now, you got 2 songs. Like,
that's crazy.
What are you doing? So that's good that you're consistently making music. You can tell that you're taking it serious because
absolutely.
It takes time to put together that much music.
Yeah,
and to be able to have the patience to sit on it instead of just throwing out music all the time, kind of sitting on. That's actually gonna work in your favor.
Yeah, no, and that's what I plan on doing, man. And put my best foot forward with this new project. I think this could really catapult everything that's happening, and kind of then everything else could just follow up, you know.
Oh, okay, cool. One of the things I want to talk about too, I see you got a lot of dope features too. Like you work with a lot of artists. That's like I don't know how you did that. Like you must have kidnapped
wiggling.
these artists. Like,
I mean, has there ever been like a Buffalo mixtape with that many real features?
No, I've never seen anybody with that many. With that
All original too, by the way.
Yep. Right.
That's definitely great. How was it like working with those with different people? Who was like your favorite? Not favorite, one of your favorite.
I mean, honestly, the coolest thing, my best experience was working in the studio with Designer.
Yeah,
that was cool because we literally just had the beats, and then he just went off, did his thing, and it was just amazing to be able to be in that, environment, to see how he does it and the
creative process.
Yeah, you know, like he's just making a melody, and the next thing you know, he'll add a couple words in, stop, you know what I mean, and then go back and then add a couple more words in.
Yeah.
It takes him, a couple hours to do a song or whatever, but it's just cool to be able to see it,
Yeah, and it sounds good too. I like Designer.
Yeah. So that was a huge, a good memory for me.
Okay, what's so far been the best part about the game that you enjoy the most?
Traveling, getting to see things, meeting people, doing shows, things of that nature. Like all that stuff is just interaction.
Yeah.
And obviously at the end, being able to make a couple dollars.
Definitely. I like that you said travel. A lot of people have been telling me that's one of their favorite parts too, is travel. I got to get out. Like I've still never been to New York City.
Yeah. Oh wow.
I just went to Toronto for the first time. They booked me last year for the Caribbean. That was my first time ever going to Toronto.
Oh wow.
So I got to travel a little bit more too. Especially I'm hearing everybody saying that's like one of the greatest parts about it.
Yeah.
that definitely got to be good, like on the road and all that.
Oh yeah.
I see you do like a lot of shows and stuff too with artists like that. What's one of your favorite shows that you've done? And like why? Why was this your favorite one?
Crazy as it sounds, I think my favorite show I ever done was at the Town Ballroom, and I opened up for Bone Thugs and Harmony, and it was ridiculous in there. And man, the crowd they couldn't stop for nothing after I did my first song, dude. It was bananas. I knew like mad people in there. It was crazy, man. That was like probably my favorite experience that I ever did.
Definitely, though. I like the sounds. That sound system in a town bar. Like, that has to be illegal. Like, there's no way legally that you could have it that loud. Like, I did they booked me for a prom. I forgot what school it was, but it's the only school they let do their prom there. It was like an all girls school or something like that.
Yeah.
And he said he had the music up to like 20% or something like that, and literally my turntables was shaking off of the table.
Yeah,
like my chest was hurting. All I'm like, yo, how do you function with this? And he was saying like how sometimes they have artists and they'll bring like an extra 8 speakers or something to add to it. I'm like, how do you do this?
That's
like,
crazy.
That's got to be a good feeling to be up there and just music blasting and all that.
Yeah, dude. Seriously,
definitely. Coaches, what's one of your favorite parts as far as the game? Like was it the producing, signing to a label, working with artists? What's been like your favorite part so far?
Wow, I just kind of was thinking about that. I'm finding out that what excites me the most is kind of the beginning stages of a project when the ideas are just coming together. Like, you decide we got to make this happen, and how are we going to do it? And now you start coming up with ideas for the songs, ideas for the branding, and just to watch an artist basically get their concept off the ground, and get started. It's really amazing to me, that beginning stage is when the ideas are all coming together. That's when the magic is all happening. Then after that, there's a lot of polish, a lot of business, but when the initial ideas come together and you're like, wow, that's gonna kill it. That's like my favorite part, and seeing a young artist get a chance to take their music somewhere, my favorite thing. Yeah.
Okay, and as far as like with the engineering and stuff like that too, what's some of the struggles that you went through with that? I know like when I started, before I did radio and all that, I used to have a studio in Central Park, and one of the things that was like, not frustrating, but one of the problems was just like, an artist will come and say they'll do like they'll block off like an hour, but they have like 7 songs they want to do or something like that. And you try to tell them like, yo, you need to slow down or do this, or it's just like frustrating because they're not like getting there. They want you to do like some spectacular stuff that's like crazy. So what's that experience like as far as like with the engineering part of it?
I mean, with my philosophy on engineering and a lot of stuff, it's just anything is possible. I never say no. If someone says we need to do 10 songs in 10 minutes, I'll be like, all right, let's try it. I mean, you never know. Like, it's fun to try to make everything possible.
Yeah.
All I talk about is solutions. So, people come in and need something done, and really that's why I ended up engineering. I didn't want to engineer, but it's like, at first I wanted to just be a DJ, then they wanted me to make beats, then I got really into that. I didn't want to engineer, but then they want me to engineer. So what I realized is that in order to make money, I had to keep switching hats.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, but I realized it's just all learning and it all relates.
Yeah.
So it was, one thing was just making me better at the other thing, and it was just another place I could go in and find solutions. So I love it. You know, whatever you need done, I'll write a verse if you need one.
By the way, Cochise is really good at his job. Like, seriously, he's one of the best I've ever worked with. Like, period. You know what I mean? He knows what he's doing. He gets in there, gets it done. We don't waste time. He's on top of it.
And the finished product is always a great sound. Like, a lot of times I'll get stuff and people will be like, well, whoa. I'm not gonna say where, but they'll be like, I recorded at this place, I recorded at this place, and I'm like, it's a pretty expensive place. And then they'll send me the record. I'm like, it doesn't really sound as good, but you could tell when it's something that you actually like put your stamp on, put your foot on. Like a lot of almost every record not almost every record I've gotten that somebody have done with you is just sound like professionally done.
For sure.
I know that has to be hard to do. That comes from years of actually putting the work in to be able to get to that point.
Beating myself up, man. No matter how, you know, you can say you get better at things, no matter how much I improve, I'm never satisfied with that. I want to learn something every day. I've met too many people who blow me away. Yeah. So I appreciate compliments, but I'm also met people who are so incredible that I put it in perspective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is people I look up to. I'm always striving. You know.
Definitely, that's a good attitude to have too. That'll take you further, having that positive, humble attitude. It's definitely humble, because every time I tell somebody, they're like, yeah, I was just with Coach. I'm like, yo, do you know who he is?
I just love what we're doing. Glad to be doing this instead of something else.
Definitely.
Seriously.
And with Jess, as far as like with the music and all that, what would you say would be like the end game? Is it like you want to sign to a label, or you want to say independent, blow up? You want to branch out, do clothing, movies, or like what's the?
I mean, dude, there's so many possibilities, man. It's hard to really put my finger on what's gonna happen or how it's gonna happen, you know. But I do want to do all those things, obviously, because music and movies go hand in hand, you know. The clothing, that's all accessories, all those things people want to see you in, you know. All these things are just a part of being an artist, you know. And we've already done the movie before. Shout out AK Reed. We did the Bartenders. You know what I mean? That was his first movie ever that he did.
Oh wow!
And that wasn't even supposed to be like we literally started off with a song. We were like, okay, let's do like a little movie trailer for it. And then next thing you know, we're like, no, let's just film a whole movie. You know what I'm saying? So that's where AK, like, that's how we started. And now AK's doing full length, like,
pure
big premieres.
Hunger Pains.
Yeah, Hunger Pains is coming out March 1st or 2nd. He's got the premiere at the 12th.
Yeah.
All these big things. And it's like, it's so amazing just to see AK doing that now. It's like, whoa. And that's like, he's like a brother of mine. Like, I've known him since.
I can see you doing more acting.
Yeah, I love it. You know, those are all things that are definitely a part of my future.
And that's dope that you at least, I tell artists all the time, like, at least try to do something. Because say, for example, if you would have been like, you just been content with just doing that song like that, then the whole movie thing would have never happened. He probably wouldn't have branched out and did something different. Like, it's good to at least try some stuff before you just say, well, no, I can't do that, or that's not a good idea. You know, that's actually, even like for me that worked out. Like, we did a I Am Buffalo mixtape, and my partner at the time, he went to go get like a shirt that just said I Am Buffalo to promote the mixtape. And then we got more orders for the shirt than the actual mixtape. So it was like, we got a whole clothing instead of branch off of that. When he first told me, I was like, I'm not about to walk around with a mixtape on a shirt. And then we kind of just branched off from there, and it definitely took off and did good. So it's good to try stuff.
Oh yeah,
that's definitely good.
And also, I got some good plugs in the Hollywood. Shout out my boy Ephraim too, man. He's a really good dude. Met him here in Buffalo when they were filming The Purge.
Yeah. And
me and him became really good friends, man. And that guy's amazing to have in your corner. So, you know, shout him out too. And then the movie thing is definitely a part of my future.
Yeah,
100%.
I could definitely see you doing movies even faster. I said when he was walking up earlier, I'm like, he always like a superstar. Like he fresh off the stage from the Barclays or something like that. So I could definitely see that working out for you.
Well, I appreciate that. And you know, it's always, you want to make your first impression your best impression. I didn't know if we were filming this today. You know, I don't know if we're taking pictures. I don't know what's gonna happen. So you want to always make sure you're ready for it. You know,
that's definitely
regardless
smart.
of what it is.
And with the back with the music also too, as far as like the project that you we were talking about outside, the project that you do have that's coming up, as far as like with the Jada, should we announce that yet?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm actually why
we're here for.
That's why we're here.
Yeah,
kind of talk about, because that's major. That's
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen.
March 1st.
March 1st.
We're gonna let you talk a little bit about that. What's going on March 1st?
Oh yeah, so that's another like. As far as shooting that video with Jadakiss, that was an amazing. I mean, that was so cool to be able to, you know, a legend that you grew up listening to actually hang out, be in the video, spend hours with him.
Shout out to Jadakiss.
Yeah, shout out Jadakiss. I think that was even cooler than Designer. Just because this is somebody that I looked up to, you know. So, and he's definitely another one of my influences. But to be hanging out with him, taking shots. Pillow fighting with girls, like all types of random crazy stuff, smoking, you know, whatever.
Yeah,
it was just like, whoa, you know. Now that I look back on it, because I don't remember some of it.
That means it was good.
Yeah.
Well, but the important thing is produced by London on the track.
Yes.
Jess Classic featuring Jadakiss. The song is called Very Alert.
Very Alert.
Okay, cool. That's definitely gonna be. Like, I don't understand how major this is gonna be. March
Yo,
1st.
it's huge.
We might bring the internet March 1st.
Yo,
I know.
they killed it. The song came out crazy. The video's crazy.
That's definitely dope.
Yeah, 100%. It was. It's gonna be great, man. This whole project is good for everything, man. Everything that's happening for everybody that wants to be involved in it, you know.
Yeah, and March 1st, where can they get the music and stuff?
I mean, Cochise.
Yeah, no, that's going to be available worldwide. Every service, music service that you prefer, whether it's Spotify, Apple, Google, you name it, is going to be available. What you need to do, though, is watch out, keep in touch. Jess Classic. You can look JessClassic.com, Jess Classic on Instagram, Jess Classic everywhere you go, Facebook. So
seriously,
so follow along, because we're going to be throwing some listening parties, some release parties. We're going to have some really special things, having some surprises.
Yeah.
Some more singles dropping, more videos dropping. So just Jess Classic is the way to keep up on all that.
Okay, definitely. For the people that's watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, all his links will be in the description. It's actually at the bottom of the screen right now to follow him. For the people that'll be listening to this, clips of this on the radio, I just have to say to spell out Jess Classic,
yeah,
so they know how to follow you.
So it's JESS space CLASSIC.
Oh, okay, cool. I always say that.
JESS, Jess Classic.
Somehow,
yeah.
Like, people spell their name all different and stuff like that. Like,
no, it's just straight up, man, straightforward here.
Jess with 2 S's, classic like classic.
Yeah, 2 S's in there too.
You know,
definitely. So after the drink with Jadakiss, what do you have anything planned as far as like after that, or what's your?
We're gonna have another big single after that.
Oh, okay. Can you tell me about that single?
Another one after that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Should we spill the beans or do
we can hold up on give them the Jada.
To be honest, we got a lot of secrets we could keep, so we might as well give them something.
The
second single is very, very big.
Yes.
It's featuring Tory Lanez.
Right.
And this is an exclusive, and I think it's one of Tory's best performances, and just too is hectic.
I can't wait to hear that. I was just telling him outside with the other single. I keep saying, is it Oh Lord or Oh God?
No, it's Oh Lord.
Oh Lord,
yeah.
With the Oh Lord single.
Shout out to Droid on that.
Droid.
Oh, he produced that?
Yeah. He made that record. Yeah.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
With that one, I know if you guys listen to my radio shows on Power 93.7 or Power 102 Jams, that's a single that I've been playing a lot too. And that if you're a gamer, like I play that song while I'm playing Call of Duty.
Get you pumped.
My kill rate is crazy. Yo. That joint definitely get you pumped up.
That's awesome.
Definitely doing a lot of good things out here. I'm glad you guys were able to stop by. Was there anything that you wanted to make sure that they did know that we didn't go over? Specifically anything?
At the end of the day, March 1st is when everything is going to take off. JessClassic.com. You can find everything you need there. Besides that, just go to JessClassic.com March 1st, and then everything else is just going to follow up. You're going to see us, and we're going to make it real easy for you to follow along. You know?
Okay, cool. And are you on social media also? Do you want to share like where they can follow you?
Oh yeah, you can catch me Cochise716 on Instagram is the best way to catch me. But started the new label, so it's QuietAsKeptRecords.com. I'm always on there, QuietAsKeptRecords.com. I think that the bottom line today is, man, that as a city, we got another warrior about to head out, you know, into battle representing us. Got the city on his back, and what I know about Jess is like what you were saying earlier is what makes him different is his work ethic, his passion, his purpose. Is like this music comes from his heart. He's not trying to. It's not no want to be in the business type stuff. It's just who he is. The kid makes music nonstop. You know, nonstop.
He knows
loves it because he loves it. It's just like water from a faucet for this guy, and he has to get it out. So he's doing it for the love, and for the fans. It's nothing just to play around and look fancy. And he really reps the town. He really makes us look good. Not only that, like rarely do I see somebody willing to sacrifice for a music career the way he does and invest in himself. And you know, like literally sacrifice. So I think he's a great example for anyone who's trying to climb the ladder. Watch this guy and take notes.
I appreciate that. And I mean, when this project comes out, you'll see like how much time and effort it took. It took me literally 3 years to put that together.
Oh wow!
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's traveling, going here, doing this, like really pulling some strings to make all that work. And, like you could tell, like when you see the track list, like. You gotta actually know. You gotta know somebody to do that stuff. You know what I mean?
That's what I was saying. It was unbelievable. Like, a lot of times, like an artist, like I had an artist who, and it's crazy because somebody sent me a song, was like, "Yo, I got a joint with Troy Ave or whatever," and it was like, "I want you to check it out and play it." Like, yeah, I got an exclusive joint, me and Troy Ave. And they didn't know that I actually know Troy Ave. I talked to him probably like once a week or something. They're not even just about music. And what they did was they just took like an acapella of Troy Ave, put it on a song, and said they had a song together. But you can tell like you got pictures with people. You can tell you doing official bit. That's what I'm saying.
He did it the hard way, the real way.
Features.
Yeah, dude.
And the thing I like about Jess too, he's definitely a good representative of the city, is because he checks off every checkbox. Like a lot of times you'll get an artist who has the sound but doesn't have the drive, or has the drive but doesn't have the connections like that too. So he has the connections, he has the look, he obviously has the music, he has the business mind frame of everything too. Like it has to work. Like a lot of times it's rare to find somebody who has all that in one thing. Like
I appreciate that.
That's definitely good. Like me, I don't have to look. I can't dress for nothing. Like,
it's this guy, right?
That's why I always wear red, because I'm at red with the red.
I love red.
Definitely. Well, we're gonna wrap this up. Like I said, you can follow him, JessClassic.com. Follow him on all social media. Links will be on the bottom of this if you're watching it on YouTube. If you're listening to it on the radio, follow him online. Make sure you listen to the radio show. We're gonna still. I just talked to him earlier. I'm gonna get some more music from him also too. Like I said, I feed the streets. If it's hot, I get it first. If it's hot, I play it first.
Yeah.
Definitely will. It's DJ BandanaBlack, Mr. Well Connected, even more respected, Mr. I Am Buffalo. Remember, life's what you make it, so make it.
DJ Bandana.